Welcome back to the channel. We're looking at XRP price action, looking for support here. Be sure to watch till the end. We cover several coins per video, Bitcoin every day, and a news article typically from Cointelegraph. So make sure to stick around till the end to get all the updates here. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to tune in for the next one. XRP price action currently experiencing a hard time off of 77 cents as resistance at the moment. We do need daily candles opening and closing with their wicks and bodies above it to confirm it as support and potential area of accumulation if we were to see the return of bullish robo advisors here. Currently under the influence of bearish suggestions ever since the $1.06 level, since those bearish parameters met with EngineeringRobo throughout the end of November. Prices have experienced 43% in downside and is still currently more than 28% down at current levels as we await the return of bullish robo advisors and further confirmations of significant support. So at the moment, interacting with 77 cents as resistance, I anticipate continued interaction downward here toward the strongest area of support. A horizontal key level at 63 cents, in my opinion, is where I anticipate a significant bounce, perhaps, if we were to continue our way downward under the influence of bearish robo advisors. I do anticipate further interaction toward support. We will need 2 of our chosen 3 robo advisors to become bullish here to suggest potential upside from current levels and an area of accumulation. At the moment, we are currently interacting with resistance, it would appear here. And so EngineeringRobo is not used to determine the top or bottom of any market, but is used to decipher areas of accumulation or take profit. And so it is key to pick 3 of the many different robo advisors available. Once 2 of your chosen 3 become bullish or bearish, you can better use that to determine your entries and exits. And so at the moment, we are awaiting the return of bullish robo advisors here and confirmations of support. At the moment, a little too close to resistance. Look out for interactions toward the 63-cent level and let me know your thoughts on XRP at current levels. Aside from Shark Tank, Mark Cuban says 80% of his new investments are in crypto. Speaking on a podcast, Mark Cuban explained some of the basics of the space, calling it decentralized and trustless, with token holders having a typically equal vote to determine the direction of each project, characteristics that appealed to the billionaire investor. The investments I'm making now are not in traditional business, said Cuban. 80% of the investments I make that are in non-Shark Tank are in and around cryptocurrencies. Mark Cuban theorized how decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO, might work in providing colonoscopies or other necessary medical procedures. Also, that many new businesses modeled after the crypto economy, decentralized and trustless, will disrupt the traditional institutions, including banking, insurance, and the book industry. It's 1995 for cryptocurrencies, said Mark Cuban, referencing that the crypto industry was still in its early days akin to the internet. Mark Cuban's stance on crypto assets has changed significantly in the last few years, with him once saying he would rather have bananas than gold or Bitcoin. The billionaire investor has since backed Polygon, invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in tokenized carbon offsets, and called for more regulations on stablecoins. Well, yet another example of some major key players in traditional finance getting into crypto and Bitcoin very recently here, changing their stance on Bitcoin after increasing the understanding of it and very much endorsing the technology. So in my opinion, I've always been saying increased exposure, increased adoption is all very bullish here for crypto and Bitcoin, and I very much suspect the bullish incentive to be present, and this technology has never been more needed in my opinion, as the traditional world of finance is rather flawed here, it would appear. And he does call for more regulations, and in my opinion, I do believe regulations are going to be necessary here if we're going to have mass adoption and global adoption. Governments getting involved, they're going to want to govern them, so regulations are going to be key here, and the sooner we can understand how we're going to regulate cryptocurrencies, the sooner we can further expand our sort of platforms with them and further adopt them, and the use cases will very much increase. But at this point, it is quite speculative and a rather new technology, as he put it, still in its 1995 years for cryptocurrencies here, as we're very much in the early stage. But let me know down below your thoughts on this article, though. Looking at today in crypto, a pullback retracement, coins experiencing some modest downside here. We do have a lot of projects experiencing between 2 and 5% in downside, nothing concerning. Hexagon and Rose experiencing a little over 10% in downside. Capital flowing into coin symbol ALT, experiencing 23% in gains here. Cardano in the green as well with 11% in upside. Other projects in the green as well. Uniswap, Decentraland, IoTex, Algorand, all experiencing some nice green here. So in my opinion, after the few days of very bullish bouncing that we've been having off of what appears to be support, it is no surprise that we will have this modest retracement here. So looking at the week in crypto, we still see a very bullish incentive here. Lots of projects continuing their upward stride, experiencing lovely capital flowing into them. And so in my opinion, it is very nice to see projects in crypto experiencing gains even while Bitcoin figures itself out. Capital may be flowing out of Bitcoin temporarily in the short term here, pushing its price down, but with money flowing into other projects, I very much can suspect a bullish incentive here for the technology overall. And in my opinion, upside is to resume once it is ready here. But let me know down below how you feel about crypto on these levels. We're looking at Matic Polygon network here, technically interacting with resistance, fundamentally bullish in my opinion. However, too close to resistance here. We do see $2.43 giving us a hard time, a range between $2.43 all the way up to $2.70. It would appear is going to be a range that will be giving us a hard time moving forward until we can find a significant break upward and potential retest downward to confirm this level as support. We need daily candles opening and closing perhaps above $2.70, confirming that area as support to become more comfortably bullish on continued upside here. Interacting with an ascending trend line suggesting an uptrend in play. We are under the influence of bearish Robo advisors throughout the beginning of January here. So with these in play, we can anticipate potential breaks downward toward the strongest area of support. In my opinion, if we were to be rejected off of resistance overhead, I suspect prices heading toward $1.72, the strongest area of horizontal support here for us. If we were to, as I mentioned, experience a rejection off of resistance and fall through this ascending trend line here, support should be found at $1.72. So under the influence of some very bearish Robo advisors at the moment, I am awaiting the return of bullish parameters to be met here and a confirmation of support. Technically, we are trapped in a very, very tight, volatile little zone, and accumulating at these levels may be subject to the highest chance of short-term downside as we are approaching a breakout here, which is to be determined. So let me know your thoughts on Matic down below. Looking at Solana, when we last covered this coin, we were trying to find support off of $172.98. In my opinion, I was suggesting further interaction downward here under the influence of bearish Robo advisors ever since the $195 level. I was suggesting perhaps further interaction toward significant areas of support. Along the way, we have interaction with $135 here, a very bullish area of potential support forming here for us if we were to continue to interact with this level in this continued bullish manner. However, the strongest area of support isn't until all the way back down at $46.90 in my opinion, the strongest area of horizontal support, which is where I anticipate continued interaction toward here as long as bearish Robo advisors are in play. So I am waiting the return of bullish parameters to be met here and further confirmations of significant support down below. This combination of Robo advisors suggested an area of accumulation throughout the end of July. After accumulation, prices experienced 607% in upside over the following 98 days, and if you weren't able to sell at that swing high, you were still able to capitalize on 430% ROI if you chose to close your position around the bearish parameters met throughout the middle of November, that $195 level. And since then, since potentially closing your position, you have been saved from 33% in downside as we await the return of bullish parameters here to begin comfortable accumulation. So look out for continued support off of potentially $135 here. However, failure to hold this level could send us all the way back down to that $46 level. Now looking at Bitcoin here, not much going on. We continue our phase of sideways. $43,160 per Bitcoin remains as resistance here. I very much anticipate a retest of this $40,550 level. That is going to be an area of support we are going to need continued bullish interaction with. I personally suspect perhaps a week or two of continued sideways and consolidation between this range, interacting with 43,160 as resistance. We need continued support off of 40,550 to become more bullish on a recovery from this range. However, the strongest area of support, in my opinion, is still $34,655 per Bitcoin. Still an unlikely target, though not impossible, under the influence of bearish Robo advisors. We are awaiting the return of bullish buy suggestions and further confirmations of support. So in the moment, we are just continuing some rather boring sideways, but this is very much necessary and healthy, in my opinion, for the overall uptrend, very much in play. The bullish incentive for Bitcoin and crypto has never been higher, in my opinion, though technically we just may not be ready yet. Let me know down below your thoughts on crypto and Bitcoin at these levels. What are you doing with your bag if you have one? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Check out EngineeringRobo for free with a link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below and tune in for the next one.